Plead. Please love me, don't leave me, don't leave me. Don't go with her. Don't go with him. Justify, or apologize. Okay? Now all of this is coming from the Son. The Son and the Son, okay? Justify. If you are filled with gratitude, if you are grateful, you will have no need to defend, excuse, plead, explain, apologize, or justify. Now, if you are defending anything in your life, you don't have enough gratitude. If you are excusing, making excuses, the reasons why I did this. I did this because, I think I had another show one time talking about don't use the word because. The first time that you hear that word because, that's the last reason you're doing it for. Pleading, I already went over that. Explain or apologize. So let's see some of these words. 4, 5, 6, 5, 5, 4. So we got a 10 here, we got a 10 and a 19. What is that, Mitzi? I think that's that same word energy I just erased. Change directions. Okay? Stop defending. Stop defending yourself. If someone is accusing you of something that you know or don't know that's true, maybe it's true, maybe it's not, who cares? Stop defending. Jesus said, agree with thine adversary quickly, and he will depart from you. Stop defending. Stop defending. Okay, let's go with this excuse. 6, 3, 3, 1, 5. What do we got? We got a 13 going on there. Boy, you die through excuses. 10, 20, 3. All right, that's a 5. You know, that's movement. That's all that is. That's movement. Move away from these excuses. Just pay attention to yourself. Just listen throughout the day how much you try to excuse something or defend something. What this is saying is change directions, stop defending, and move away from those excuses. Explaining. That doesn't go there. Vowels go up top. Consonants go below. All right, let's see what we've got. We got a 6, we got a 15. Got that devil in explaining. Now, I want you to remember that. Remember that. The moment you start explaining something, you are in the throes of the devil's league. Go ahead. Explain something else. 13, 16, 21. 36. If I remember correctly, those first 2 gratefuls I had on the board added up to a 36. They were 9s. So when you start explaining, what are you doing? What are you doing when you are explaining something? Besides doing a dance. Remember that dance? But you're doing a real dance, trying to get your story straight, because you tell a different one to every person you're with. But anyway, 36, what are you doing when you're explaining your actions? You're isolating yourself. You know that feeling you hate more than anything else? That feeling of being alone? When you do this, that's when you put yourself in a lonely place. All right, plead. 7, 3, 5, 1, 4. Let's see what we're doing when we're pleading. 6, what's that, 14? Oh, 20. Wow. All right, now I'm going to have to erase some of this because that word deserves more explanation. I got to have more room for that word. Okay. Well, we know when we're pleading, first of all, we're in conflict. All right? We know we are, because that's a 6. We're at odds with ourselves, not with the other. All right. We are at odds with ourselves when we are pleading. If you are pleading for anything, your case, your whatever, I can't even think what you'd be pleading for to start with, because it's so unnatural, so ungodlike. But anyway, so that's the 6, and then you got a 14. But you're trying to find balance, but you don't know that you're trying to find balance because of this pleading. You're going around about it in a denigrating way. But anyway, you got this big mouth when you're pleading. And I'm going to tell you what's the truth. It is so irritating to the other whenever you're pleading. It is sickening. It is nauseating. It is, I think it's blasphemous. Your big mouth. And I don't care whether you're trying to come like a coyful little lamb that has been harmed and abused and neglected and abandoned. You still have a big mouth because you want something. You want something you feel like that you're not getting. And most of all, there's that 20 right there of pleading. Get out of the past. When you are pleading, you are trying to recreate a circumstance or situation that is no longer existing. Let it go. Get out of it. You're here now. Be where your feet are. And there's 3 different parts in operation when you're pleading. The child, the mother, and the father. In yourself I'm talking about. And all of these 3 different aspects are yelling. They're demanding. They're putting conditions. You're either telling the other person, please don't do that anymore, please, please. Or you're saying, I won't do that anymore, I promise. Sickening. Okay, where are we at now? We are all the way at, I'm going to move that word over here so I won't stand in front of the board. Apologize. Never, ever, ever, never apologize. If you don't know what you're doing, how in the world, and even if you think you know what you're doing, I told you to cease. So how could you be apologizing for something you don't know why you did it or said it or bid it in to begin with? You don't know why you bought the farm. That word sounded like bid, but it also could be bid. Let's see, 9, 4, 9 and 16, the devil again, and 2, 9 and 2. So we got a 9 and death. All right, either one. Death or the devil when you're apologizing. Okay, 1, nope, don't go down there, Mitzi. 1, 7, 6, 3, 6, 7, 9, 6, 5. What have we got here? 7, 13, 22, 27. There's that 9 again. Okay, 10, 17, 23. Good gracious sakes, look at this number. I want you to look at this number. Let me make sure before I start talking though. 7, 13, 22, 27, 10, 17, 23. Whoa! Remember what I said that 14 is? Movement. You run for your life. Get away from this. Get away from that kind of carrying on. Get away from apologizing as fast as you can. That is 10 times 5. 10 times 5. And if you are apologizing 10 times the 5, 10 times you are hiding from your life. 10 times you're hiding from your life. Trying to live in, for, on, at, under, around, through, into. Okay? All right, stay with me because I'm going to put the rest of it up there. 10 times, if you're apologizing, you are running from your life, you're hiding, you're not living it, and you are trying to live in, for, on, at, under, around, through, into the other. Give me a break. See, that other person's got to live his or her life. You are not making a difference in it. Not today, not tomorrow, not the next day. You are doing exactly what you want to do, or you're apologizing. Which one are you doing? And then the last one. The last one, how much of our energy is wasted in just to fire? How much of our lives do we try? We don't even have to say it out loud to the other. We spend our moments in privacy, riding down the road, working, sitting in the chair, even sleeping, trying to justify our actions. There is no justification. There is no justification. 1, 3, 1, 2, 9, 6, 7, 12, is that right? 12, 19, aha, who is shining that shadow and light? Huh? Who's doing it? The sun, both of them. All right, 4, 10. Oh, Mitzi, did it come up again? Did it come up again? Change directions. Stop trying to. Stop this. Stop. Justifying. Do what you do because you want to do it and for no other reason. And if you even don't want to do it, do that and then don't go and tell somebody how you did it and didn't want to do it. That's justifying. Sickening. Stop. Stop. 1, 2, 6, 7. There's your conflict. And you know, if you've seen my shows before, you know I always tell you. Now, 6, these numbers mean so many more things in the little bit of stuff that I put up here during a show. I mean countless things. But I use how it's flowing. And this 6, the reason you have conflict, you know why? Because this 6 doesn't mean anything else but unconditional love. Okay? And that's where real beauty's at. If you think it's in putting on makeup or getting yourself tanned or getting yourself skinny or getting yourself loaded down with diamonds or getting whatever, it's not. You cannot achieve beauty. You cannot do it. There is no beauty. There is no beauty in anyone except through this unconditional love. That is beauty. That is 6. And the reason that you have conflict is because you don't think you're beautiful enough or skinny enough or loving enough or have, so that's why the conflict. Stop the conflict. And then what do you got? 10. If you don't stop defending and apologizing and whatever was the rest of them, defending, excusing, explaining, pleading, justifying, or apologizing, if you don't stop it, sometime Sometime. It might take you a lifetime. But if you don't stop it, that was a 16, is what it was. Seems like that's going to fall. Okay, in the tarot deck, 16 is the Tower. God strikes you down from that haughty position that you have, that position of security and safety you think you found somewhere, whether it's in a relationship or in a job or in your own beauty. It's the Tower. God strikes you down. But you thought it was the devil. I know you did. I know you thought the devil is responsible for bringing all these catastrophes. No, God is the most powerful one of the two energies, if you will. But you need both. You need God and the devil to make it all work. But anyway, God being that will strike you down to eliminate those things in your life that are a hindrance. Let's see. Let me do that. I think I'm going to try blue now. Well, that one didn't go down. Those things that hinder you. Let me see what it is. 5, 4, 5, 9, 14, 13, 17, 26. Wow. Those things that hinder you, those things that hinder you, relationship, conflict, sex, death, money obsessions, because it's obsessions, because it's an 8, and there's that 5, movement into those things. But this right here, hinder, what is God saying it's hindering? Well, what does the word say?